What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook, and y'all read the title, man. Use the secret candlestick strategy to find support resistance levels and sniper entries. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on this very same channel. Now let's get straight into the video. So again, as you can see, these levels are super accurate. And when you have these levels in place, as well as understanding how to read the charts, right? So if you don't understand how to read the charts or the 3 chart patterns and cycles, price is always in. Pause this video and watch the video that's popping up on the top left or right side of your screen. It is very important that you understand all the fundamentals of how to read the charts, not just patterns or how to find key price levels, because this is going to show you where to enter and exit trades. This is not going to show you how to manage trades, how to read the charts fully, and all that other stuff that's important, because a lot of y'all know patterns to look for to execute trades, but then y'all don't understand what's going on while you're in the trade. And then that's when you start asking more questions. Again, there is no shortcuts. Once you learn the basics, it's literally just rinse and repeat. So now let's talk about what candlestick we're going to be using to find these levels. Now, before we get into this, there's a bunch of different ways to find support resistance levels. This is just one of the ways that you can use to find these levels. And then on top of that, there's support resistance levels everywhere. This strategy works on literally any time frame. Obviously, the bigger the time frame, the more powerful and stronger, and the bigger the moves you can catch. There's literally these levels on every single time frame. So the first thing you want to do is identify the candlestick that we call wicks. Sometimes people call these doji candles. There's a bunch of different candlestick names for all this stuff. You just need to call them wicks because that's what they are. You don't got to give these candlesticks a bunch of pet names. You don't got to come up with all these patterns, because trading is a lot simpler than people make it seem. Price does the same stuff every single day. So first, you need to understand what these wicks are and why these wicks are formed. Because if you don't know, there is no random stuff going on in the candlesticks. There's nothing random about price. Everything is calculated. Everything happens for a reason. There is no coincidences in the markets. So you don't understand how support resistance works or how to fully read candlesticks. Here's some videos as well you can watch. But let's get into this. So first, let's break down what a wick is. A wick was essentially a big candlestick like this or a full candlestick like this. So what you need to do is, when you're on the charts, you need to start asking questions. Because when you start to ask questions, that's when you're going to start to figure things out. Like, why are all these candlesticks looking like this, but then these candlesticks got these lines on them? We're about to break that down. So a wick, like I said, was essentially a full candlestick. But what happened was, when price hit that certain level, it caused price to reject and go the opposite direction. So look at this right here. We see this wick right here. What happened after this wick was formed? Price turned and went the opposite direction. What happened when these wicks were formed? Price turned and went the opposite direction, right? What happened when this wick was formed? Price turned and went the opposite direction. What happened when these wicks were formed? Price turned and went the opposite direction, right? So when you see price get reversed on or stop and start to turn the opposite direction before the candlestick paused or a new candlestick was created, that should automatically show you that price hit a key price level or strong support resistance level. So what you want to do is, whenever you see a wick, primarily the ones that are closest to where price is actually at in real time, you want to mark those off, right? So I'm literally about to show you how we're about to mark this wick off right here. We're about to mark this wick off right here. We're going to mark this wick off right here as well. And, you know, we can do one more. We're going to mark this wick off here as well. So we have a bunch of different wicks marked off. Now stay to the end, and I'm going to show you how powerful and strong this strategy actually is, and another reason why you want to follow these rules. So now that we see that these wicks are marked off, that is when you want to go into a smaller time frame than the time frame you're on to find, guess what, good entries, right? But before we even do that, let's just look to the left, because one thing I tell my members and students all the time is, you look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what could potentially happen in the future. I'm gonna say that again. You look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what could potentially happen in the future. All we're going to do is scroll to the left, and we can see this wick that we marked off here. We can automatically see how this is a support resistance level. And where was this date? This was November 29th, 2023. This was all the way in May 2023. A whole 2 quarters, 3 quarters ago, and we see our price is still treating that as a support resistance. We scroll out even more, we see price reacting to this level again. Look how accurate this level is. You literally see our price hit that level, pivoted, and rejected down. And this was all the way in March 2022, a whole year ago. You cannot tell me that price is coincidentally following these rules for a year, right? And then we look at this level right here, this wick right here. We see here how price is respecting this as a support resistance. We look to the left, we see our price is treating this level as support. We see our price is treating this level as resistance. We see our price is treating this level as resistance. We see this with all these levels. And again, we're on the daily time frame right now. So look how our price looks when we go on the smaller time frame, like the 15. You literally see how price is reacting to these levels and treating it as essentially trampolines. So now you can kind of see how using these levels can come into handy. So let's say we was trying to look for a buy setup because we can clearly see price was bullish. All we had to do is wait for the next support level to get broken and held as support. And then we can catch a huge move. We can catch a huge move up or a huge move down. And that's exactly what we did on, US 30 right here. We entered buys off support, right? And then if we're looking for sells, right, and like I said, this works on multiple different time frames. So now we're going to go on to, look, now we're on the 15, right? So we're going to trash all these levels. So now we can even mark out the 15-minute time frame. So we're going to go back to the present, boom. And let's see here. Let me see some wicks right here. So we're going to mark this level off. Let's see. We see a wick right here. So we're going to mark this level off. Let's see what else. We see a wick right here. So we're going to mark this level off. Right, this wick right here. Then we're going to mark this wick off. And as we can see how everything is still matching up with these levels when we look to the left and to the right, how price is reacting to these levels so accurately. So now let me show you something really crazy. Okay, so this is GBP New Zealand on the daily time frame. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna mark these wicks off. We see a clean wick right there. We see a wick right here. Let's see. We see a wick right here. We're gonna mark this wick off, and that should be good enough. So now we're gonna look all the way to the left. So this wick was September 2022. We see all the way in December 2018, price treating the same level as a support resistance level. We see September 2016, price treating the same level as a support resistance level. We're all the way in 2013. So you're telling me a whole decade ago, price was still respecting these levels of support resistance? You cannot tell me that's a coincidence. We look at these levels here. We're all the way in 2009. You cannot tell me this stuff's a coincidence. And then when we get to here, this was 1996. Decades of price showing time and time again how it continuously respects these levels as support resistance. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free Signal room, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how I identify these levels personally, or interested in joining the Advanced Play Signal room or my other services, go ahead and hit those links in the description. But before you hit those links in the description, let me tell you a little bit about what those plans entail. So the Advanced Play Signal room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free Signal room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this Signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now, I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now, all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the advanced play signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded in an hour long, and they're sent to you the same day. Those are yours to keep. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also, make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.